مخالفة.
Welcome to Qatar and to the Khalifa International Stadium, just on the edge of Doha for this round of 16 clash between the host side Al-Wakrah of Qatar and their visitors Al-Taawoun of Saudi Arabia. History will be made for one of these sides over the next 8 days, because whoever emerges triumphant after next week's return leg in Saudi Arabia, a game on Wednesday of next week, well, the victors will be in the quarterfinals of an Asian Football Confederation competition for the very first time. That's because Al-Wakrah, the Qataris, are about to contest a knockout match in AFC competition for the first time. Their opponents, Al-Taawoun, the Saudis, only marginally more experienced. They contested one knockout match previously when losing in the round of 16 of the Asian Champions League in 2020. Coincidentally, that match was also played in Qatar, which was hosting the final stages of the competition that year. It was just a single game as well. Al-Taawoun's clash against their Saudi rivals Al Nassr actually took place in Qatar, and just on the edge of Doha as well in Al-Taawoun, as is the Khalifa International Stadium. That is, however, relatively ancient history, because more recent events have been more pressing for the Saudi side. They go into this vital knockout tie with a caretaker coach, Mohammed Al-Abdali, stepping up from his role as assistant coach to take charge following the exit of Argentina's Rodolfo Arruabarrena on Sunday. The Argentine former international left his post after the 2-1 home defeat to Al-Ittihad in the Saudi League last week, which compounded a very poor start to their league campaign in 2025. Al-Taawoun now sit in the bottom half of the Saudi League. Wakrah are faring little better, also in the bottom half of their league table, but far closer to the relegation zone. Well, they were founded in 1959, the Qataris. They have twice been domestic champions, in 1999 and 2001. And last year they won their first significant trophy in 20 years when beating favourites Al Rayyan to win the Qatar Cup, the tournament for the teams that finished in the top 4 of the Qatar Stars League. And that cup success meant a return to continental competition for the first time since 2002. And they then squeezed into the knockout phase when finishing runners-up in their group, which only had 3 teams after India's Mohun Bagan withdrew. The group won by Tractor of Iran. They were the clear leaders. Now Wakrah finished just a point above Rafshan of Tajikistan to make it to where we are today. And we see the Al-Taawoun supporters all in yellow. They were founded just 3 years earlier, the club, in 1956. And in contrast to Wakrah, well, Al-Taawoun were far more convincing in the group stage, topping their group, from which Bahrain's Al-Haldia also went through. The Iraqi side, Air Force, inflicted the only defeat for Al-Taawoun because they won 5 of their 6 games. Their largest winner, 4-0 thumping away to Altin Azir of Turkmenistan. See the banners in the stadium as well, the tifos. And these supporters having either come over from Saudi Arabia or been based in Qatar and taking in this game. And I'm sure the question on their minds will be, how can their side cope today without the coach Arruabarrena, who masterminded their impressive route to the knockout stage? I mentioned he was Argentinian. As you can see, the strip for the home side, Al-Wakrah, very reminiscent of the South American side, the former world champions, of course, as their coach Poya Asbaghi only been in his post for just over a month. Will also be taking on a rival who is similarly inexperienced in the post, but Al Abdali for Al-Taawoun, as said, just in the role for 2 days. The man who has been assistant at the club for obviously far longer than that. He has stepped up to be a caretaker coach before. Now Al-Taawoun interim, and he will hope that he can lead his side to success in this knockout tie. The winners will meet either Al-Haldia of Bahrain or Iran's Tractor in the quarterfinals. A fantastic setting for today's game. Pitch in seemingly superlative condition. The teams and the officials, refereeing crew from the People's Republic of China, come out into the Khalifa International Stadium. Al-Taawoun, said in yellow. Al-Wakrah, left of your screen, in the white socks and the black shorts. The stadium can host nearly 50,000 spectators, far from full today, as you'll be able to see. Staged 8 games during the 2022 World Cup that Qatar hosted, including the 3rd place playoff, and also hosted games last year in the Asian Cup, which the hosts won. Can their club side, Wakrah, now emulate that success in some form by becoming the first club from Qatar to reach the final of this competition, its first season as the Asian Champions League Two, formerly known as the AFC Cup, and in existence for just over 20 years, as we see. One of those who's come into the side today for Al-Wakrah, Issa Laidouni, the Tunisian. A key man he will be in midfield, the 28-year-old. That man, 99 on the shorts, Moussa Barrow, will be very much the danger man for Al-Taawoun, and a player that Wakrah will certainly need to keep a close eye on. 4 goals so far in the competition for the Gambian. Barrow, and he brings by far and away the greatest goal threat, at least statistically so far this season, in a match which Al-Taawoun, given their more impressive path to the knockout phase, will be the mild favourites to win. Fu Ming, the man in the middle today from the People's Republic of China, as we see the Al-Wakrah lineup. 9 changes in all from the side that played in the competition last time out, back in December, in a 2-0 defeat against Rafshan of Tajikistan. It's easier to talk about the players that remain, and that's Algeria's Farid Boulaya, as well as the Dane Alexander Schultz in defence. And among those coming back into the side today, Angola's Gelson Dala, who will be a danger man up top. Ayoub Assal, the Englishman. And it'll be Ayman Hussein, the 28-year-old, leading the line for Al-Wakrah. Captain today, Saoud Al-Khater, was actually making his first appearance in the Asian Champions League Two today. The defensive state of affairs for Ashraf Al-Madiwi, the skipper for Al-Taawoun, who started every single game for the Saudis. The 4 changes they have made since they last played in the competition, when winning 1-0 away to Air Force of Iraq. Amongst the notable players coming into the side, Roger Martinez, bought from Racing Club of Argentina last month, the Colombian international. He will lead the line, ably supported by the likes of Barrow, as said, and Sultan Mandash, who's back into the side today as well. Another with goals in the tournament, 3 in all. You see Mohamed Al-Abdali in the previous shot, watching on. Some last-minute preparations. A chance to really focus on Wakrah. 9th out of 12 teams in the Qatari League, just 3 points above the relegation playoff zone. You can surely only hope that a good run in the AFC Champions League Two can boost their confidence in the months that remain in the league campaign. So we are underway as Al-Wakrah host Al-Taawoun of Saudi Arabia in the first leg of this round of 16 clash in the Asian Champions League Two. Wakrah, on account of being in a team that lost, being in a group that lost one of its teams when Mohun Bagan of India withdrew. Just played the 4 games so far in the competition, and something of a mixed bag as well. 2 defeats, 1 draw, and 1 win from their 4 games. And it was the narrow victory against Rabshan on match day 2 that ultimately got them over the line. Faisal Fajr, the Moroccan, just taking an early knock to the head from Laidouni, North Africa. Laidouni penalised for coming in through the back of Fajr. There is the man given the task of leading Al-Taawoun today. They had won none of their last 5 league matches, so when Karim Benzema netted in the 5th minute of stoppage time last week, as Al-Ittihad picked up all 3 points at Al-Taawoun, signalled the death knell for Adua Barreina, despite the fine work he's done in this competition as Mandash just looking to play it into the area for the first time in the game. Patient build-up from the Saudis. I said that Al Abdali had been a caretaker before. That was back in 2022. He had 3 games in charge, drawing 2 and winning 1, so fairly decent return. And the 51-year-old will be hoping for something similar this time around. Barrow into the skipper and back to the Gambian. Fadja finding space into Ashraf Madiwi. Lovely switch of play out to the far side where it's picked up by Mandash. Space instantly down this left-hand side for Fadja, who can make assists. Mandash picks this up, back into Fadja, driver goal into the side netting, but early ominous intent if you're of an Al-Wakrah persuasion from Al-Taawoun. You can see exactly what he was trying to do. Faisal Fadja, and his strike at goal. He's known more for his assists than for his goal-scoring prowess. And he was now 36 years of age, Fadja. Very good on the set pieces as well. And he barely played 4 minutes, but Al-Taawoun looking as though they've settled down into this game a little quicker than the home side. Alexander Schultz at the back for Al-Wakrah. Al-Taawoun would have been boosted by the fact that Milson, who's holding the ball at present, has made it into the side today. He had played every single minute of the group stage campaign, but he's been out since the middle of January with a muscle injury. That might explain why he's not taking the goal kicks. And he is back in the side today, the Brazilian. Push in the back. And in the air to show his frustration. But an easy decision with the Chinese referee, Andy Fati, the Egyptian midfielder. It's an Egyptian and a Tunisian now having been penalised for challenges on the Moroccan. Al-Salouli with the first real touch of the game. Here is he again, the 26-year-old. Just yet to find anything like their groove. Wakrah. Misplaced passes. Just need to start finding feet and settling down into this. They come into the game on the back of 2 straight defeats. Wakrah against league leaders Al Duhail last time out. That ended 2-0. Before that, beaten 1-0 at home by Al Shahaniya. Just 1 victory in the last 6 in the league. Ayman Hussein trying his best to put some pressure. Too much force used. As he clattered into the back of Walid Al-Ahmad, known as Welly. Martinez, the first touch for the Colombian, doesn't find a player in yellow. Rivas cannot keep it in, and this will be a throw to Wakrah in front of the two coaches. And Rivas, left back from Venezuela, unable to keep that in. Nicely broken up in midfield by Ahmed Hussein. Al-Taawoun. He gets a thumbs up from Musa Barrow. And asking a lot of the 26-year-old was Al-Taawoun. You see Al-Abdeli moving on. He spent many years in charge of Saudi Arabia's youth sides. Did Al-Abdeli 6 years or so between 2011 and 2017. And he'll have a very, very good knowledge of the best players available to him from his homeland, even if, of course, the Saudi League has now become very populated by foreign players in the last couple of years. Absolutely round the corner, nicely picked up as well. Mandash, and then twisting and turning. And Mandash felled. Maidouni again going in. Over eagerly, the Tunisian. Shot to fame at the 2022 World Cup. Maidouni. Very imposing and impressive display he had there. It became something of a hot property. But Wakrah via Germany, joining the club in July last year from Union Berlin. Very, very industrious player in the heart of that midfield for Wakrah. Looking to clear their lines and try and get a decent move going in the Al-Taawoun for the first time in the game. Rivas looking straight away for Martinez. And he's straight offside. Did the Colombian. Clearly so. And a little nudge in the back as well from Martinez on Schultz. Saud going long. Fatty with the flick. And then Milson comes out together. Basal trying to latch onto that flick on. English player wearing number 7 for Wakrah. Fatty clearly unhappy. Gelson Dalla also having a mild protest. Andre Girotto. Welly just plays it out to Fadja. connection he wanted, and Gelson Dalla, the Angolan, can feed Milad. Michel Termanini, his real name, but they've lost it at the back, and here's an early chance for Al-Taawoun, and Martinez, well, he could have shot, chose not to, check back, but he's won inside a penalty. Well, the goal was at his mercy. He chose not to use his left foot, and as he came back in on his right, the Colombian, he was adjudged to have been clipped, and Al-Taawoun, with their first proper foray forward, gifted to them by some loose play from Wakrah. And here it is, and a challenge from Ahmadi Ali. There's a combination of Fatih and Almadi. Just, you can see the little nick on the right calf of Martinez. Not the strongest of touches, but enough for Martinez to go down. And Fu Ming, the referee, instantly pointing to the spot. Mehdi Fatih deep in thought. And that man, Martinez, will be absolutely delighted to have made a contribution, and very much hoping to see this go in the back of the net. He's played 4 games so far for Al-Taawoun, the Colombian. He started the last 3, all of these in the league. No goals, no assists, but that can change if the Saudis can take the lead here through their skipper, Ahmadi Ali. Yet to score in the competition so far this season, but you can correct that because Ashraf Ahmadi Ali has given Al-Taawoun an early lead in Qatar. Wakrah made to pay for their loss of control at the back, first when giving the ball away, and then when bringing down Colombian striker Roger Martinez. And the skipper leading by example from the spot. You can see him looking to the left of goal, but he slotted it to the right. Al-Taawoun, this would be absolutely dream start for them, and of course for their interim coach Al Abdali as well. You wouldn't know it looking at it. Yeah, Asbaghi. Lots for him to think about in these opening stages. The quiet start has been thankfully punctuated by that penalty strike. Pleading his innocence. It's in on the back of Ayman Hussein. Not too much in it, but a chance for Wakrah to put something together and force a little bit of pressure for Al-Taawoun. We've yet to see them threaten Milson in the Saudi goal. The big men up from the back, swung in and headed behind, and that'll be a corner to the hosts. Decent enough ball in. It was Martinez. He got the touch to take it away with players lurking behind him. Well, he back up on his feet. In swinger, headed away again. Once more by Martinez. defensive duties will be very much appreciated by his colleagues. The man, of course, brought in to score goals, not prevent them. Barrow. Rivas just goes long to Martinez. Schultz with the header. Fadja just trying to set Mandash on his way. Picked up nicely so. Assal, well, the first real opportunity for Ayoub Assal, the young Englishman, 23 years of age, to put in a cross. He didn't get it right, far too much on it. But he's just getting used to playing with Ayman Hussein. When he joined the club on the last day of January, the man leading the line for Al-Wakrah. Just one appearance so far. He left Al-Taawoun, who are propping up the Qatar Stars League. Barrow back into Mandash. Mandash, they're in it again. Al-Taawoun, they can make it two, but they can't because one block and then a second, even better, denies Barrow for making it 2-0 to Al-Taawoun before we've even got to the first quarter of the game. Really important touch there from Saoud in goal to deny Martinez, and then it was Schultz who got the block in to turn Barrow's effort behind, and he looks to the heavens. But it was all far too easy down that right-hand side for the Saudis. Fadja with the delivery. Goes Girotto with a really good header. And it's just a yard or so wide. When he scored his first goal of the campaign last time out. And he got it well to meet this, and it was just the direction that was lacking. The power was there. Nicely picked out by the Moroccan. Girotto cannot add to the goal that won the game last time out for Al-Taawoun in the competition. Away to Air Force of Iraq on the 6th and final match day. In December, that was, of course, 2 months break these sides have had. Swung into the middle again. Important header away. Mandash. Swung in again over Barrow. And it spills to Fadja, but important touch away from Fatty. And it really is at times anywhere will do for Al-Wakrah, because Al-Taawoun have got them where they want them. Which might explain why those fans are dancing quite so happily. Space again down this right-hand side for Al-Taawoun. No foul. Invited to get up instead. Mandash by the official, and they're through in the middle. Al-Wakrah, is this the moment? Well, at least they forced the save. Ayoub Assal, the man who got in behind. And that's promising for the hosts. They needed something to build on. It was pretty straightforward in the end, right down the middle. He's got pace, Ayoub Assal. Just didn't have the power or the placement to beat Milson. Mandash forcing the throw in his favour. Al-Taawoun. That's wayward from him. Hussein into Assal. Gelson Dollar inside him if he wants to use him. Instead, he checks back and some of the momentum goes out of the move. And Milad will just play it across, and there's going to be a break in play, giving the player down over on the far side. Al-Taawoun, I think it is. Just holding his top of his right leg, as you can see. The Saudi Arabian international. Some real discomfort. Let's have a look at this. And as you can see, absolutely nobody around him. And as soon as he played a pretty routine pass, Al-Taawoun went down, and questionable whether he'll be able to continue, as we see the chance for Assal. Straight down the middle, under pressure from Rivas. I'm sure he will feel that he could have got a lot more on that. Good defending from the Venezuelan to apply the pressure to the 23-year-old. Did he do enough to put Assala? He was brought from the lower tiers of English football. AFC Wimbledon was where he came through. Wakrah triggering his release clause a couple of years ago. And it was a record sale for the English club. Well, unsurprisingly, given the nature of that injury, Al-Taawoun's looking incredibly unlikely to continue. He's been a mainstay of the Al-Taawoun defence in recent games, finishing the last 3 games in the Asian Champions League Two. And Mohamed Mazari, the man set to come on. It's not a sight we want to see. I hope it's not too serious, but very much looks as though he just pulled something as he made that simple pass, Al-Taawoun. And so, interim coach Mohamed Al-Abdali forced into an early change. Not a sight you ever wish to see, but thankfully not too serious. We'll wait and see how long it will be that Al-Taawoun will be out for the return leg in 8 days' time. It may well come a little bit too early for him, we shall see. Hussein with the header, looking to feed the on-runner. Mediwi, whose penalty separates the sides just over 10 minutes ago. Barry can't pick that up. Milad does so. Fati, Laidouni, Gelson Dala. Laidouni again, well, they're pointing in the area as to where they want it to go. They want the ball in the box. Is it going to come? It finally does. Good ball in as well. And Assal can't keep the header down or on target, but a really inviting cross in from the right-hand side. Much better from Wakrah. He found the man. Probably wasn't the player they wanted it to go to, given his diminutive stature. Hussein queuing up behind him, but far better from the Qatari side. To score in the Asian Champions League Two this season. Assal has have 7 goals. And in the other competitions, there's Mohamed Mazzari comes on. Ironically, he was injured for much of the first half of the season, the 22-year-old. Schultz away. Barrow. Mediwi. Girotto just finding a bit of space down the right-hand side. And again, Mandash. Martinez in the middle. And it's aimed for Martinez. And Martinez goes in, and Taawoun gets a really good connection on it to take it away. Probing ball into the Wakrah area. And a free kick in the way of the visitors as well. Girotto, the player, down. And clear discomfort. And this was right into the mixer, and look at the movement from Martinez, getting ahead of his man, but Taawoun reading it well. And then you can see Girotto being caught absolutely where he would not want to be. And you can understand why he might need a minute or so to recover. Turns 33 next week, does Girotto, the Brazilian. Fadja with the delivery, and it was the smart play from Taawoun. And had to sit on the bench for 4 of the 6 group games. But he's come into the side this year in the last 4 in the league, Taawoun. Little chance with the goal, which was scored by this man, Mediwi. And he must be pretty happy with what he's seen so far, Al-Abdali. Been at Al-Taawoun since 2021, and that's why Mediwi is down on the ground. Plenty to ponder. He said before the game that everybody at Al-Wakrah is really excited about this game, and it's been 2 months waiting for it. These are the sort of games we like to play with, hopefully a good outcome for us. So far, obviously, you can see the blood on the right foot of Ashraf Al-Mediwi, the Dutchman. Looks as though he's going to be okay to continue, but nonetheless, players warming up on the sidelines. Sultan Al-Farhan, one of them. I'm sure this will be taken by Fadja and not by Barrow. We shall see. Barrow standing over it. I would suggest that he thinks he can strike a goal, but surely not from this sort of distance. Martinez, the only Al-Taawoun player in and around the area. He is now joined by Barrow. Out they go to the right-hand side again. Mandash with a nice first touch. Looking towards Barrow, overhit. And they'll just sail harmlessly out for a throw into Al-Wakrah. A bit disappointed with himself, Mandash. Madiwi comes back on, started his career with Ajax in Amsterdam, where he was born, the Dutchman. Does have Moroccan roots. And the skipper is back on. So Milad, he joined the club just last month. With the throw, he's a fullback from Palestine on one flank for Al-Wakrah, and on the left-hand flank, another Palestine international as well who joined last month, Moussa Batat. And that presence down that left-hand side of the Al-Wakrah back line that Al-Taawoun are having a lot of their joy. Long, going direct, but Marcel's not going to get on the end of that. And he's just won one of his 4 games in charge so far as Baggy, the 39-year-old coach of Wakrah. He's lost the other 3. Started the season in charge of Al Rayyan, and was sacked in September. And he's finding the going pretty tough as well so far with Al Wakrah. Milson comes out to gather. Calming presence of a man who barely misses a minute when fit. Just being told to calm down, and Fadjo, he thought that he was fouled earlier, just here, and then he went to go and win it back, and he got caught again. Exuberance of youth of Ayoub Assal. Fadjo, who's been around the block, spells in Turkey, Spain. He made over 100 La Liga appearances for Deportivo La Coruña. France as well, where he was born, the Moroccan international. And he's involved again, finding it into Martinez. Just runs into a wall at the back. Here he is again, Fadjo. Picked up, all a bit scrappy. And I meant Hussein winning the free kick for his side, and steaming in. Just got a little bit of Hussein's foot before he got the ball. Laidouni. Milad. He's already put in one good ball, that's another as well. It's better delivery for Aymen Hussein, just a little bit in front of him. There's some decent crosses coming in from this right-hand side, and he just had to get his head back to try and generate the power. But promising again down this right-hand side for Al-Wakrah. Balls into the box, by far and away the most dangerous stuff that they have been putting together. And Sal, striker goal from distance. Gelson Dala, we've not seen too much of the Angolan. Laidouni. Fancied his chances of skipping around Moussa Barrett. Just has the throw and taken quickly. Milad again. Spread out by Almadi into Schultz. Mossab. Aymen Hussein gets a little flick on, keeps it alive for Al-Wakrah. Overlapping. Swung in again, deep this time, and turned away. Cautiously so at the far post. But they're beginning to turn the screw a little bit, Al-Wakrah, and they're beginning to believe just a little bit more. And down this right-hand side, they're getting some decent balls in, and Mazzari, the substitute, taking no chances whatsoever. Nelson, you can hear the shout of his name, comfortably gathered, and then instantly tries to get Al-Taawoun going on the counter-attack. Sultan Mandash needs support, waits for it. Before playing it in, it's come all the way through to Barrow, can make it 2. How did he miss that? It was a gift of gigantic proportions as the ball came all the way through to the Gambian. Goal gaping. And Al-Taawoun's top scorer doesn't even hit the target from there. And no wonder he looks disgusted in himself. Look at the error from Musab. And he got his head over the ball, and it still just flew high into the sky from Barrow. And now Wakrah got away with one there. Could have been exceptionally costly for Moussa Bata, the 31-year-old from Palestine. He would have been the most relieved man in the stadium to see that fly high over Saoud's goal. Gelson Dalla brought down. Fadja again with the challenge. A few real complaints. Fadja shoving the mid-drift of the 28-year-old. So Farid Boulaya, the Algerian, with the dead ball again. Can Wakrah get some sort of reward at the end of the half? They can't, because, well, it was optimistic at best from the 31-year-old. Something of a waste from Boulaya. He's been putting in some decent set pieces. Eyed the glory. That's long again. Martinez cannot make it stick. Laidouni looking through the middle for Gelson Dalla. An important cut out of the back as well by Mazzari. Rotto long. Barrow nowhere near it. Fadja. Oh, just trying to play it back to him. Just giving it away. Gelson Dalla, that's nicer from him. Ayuba Sal. Plays it right to Milad again, and again he just teases one up towards the far post, just caressing them in. 26-year-old, on this occasion far too far forward. And the striker loves to see crosses coming into the box, and he will keep on gambling if he knows they're coming. Barrow, Fadja, lovely little touch in towards the right-hand side. Mandash streaming forward. He's got Martinez in the middle, and that's going to be behind a corner to Al-Taawoun. Well, when they break like that down this right flank, it looks so dangerous. Al-Taawoun, Mandash, and he's got past Bata before. On this occasion, the Palestinian doing really well to recover and just get a touch to turn that behind. Half-time approaching. Now Wakrah beginning to get back into the game. This would be a body blow if Al-Taawoun were to strike again. Fadja with the outswinger. Barrow picks it up. Mandash back into the Gambian. And that's poor from Musa Barrow. Bulaya finds Dala. He just dawdled Gelson Dala and Mandash now on the left-hand side. And he's going one way and then the other, twisting the defender's blood. And he's been penalised. Thought he had won a corner, and instead adjudged to have fouled Milad. He didn't seem to do anything wrong at all, Mandash. Nonetheless, the decision has gone against him. Two and a half minutes and whatever is added on at the end of this opening period. Wakrah to try and get a level. Bulaya. Ahmadi. Schultz. Firm pass forward. Marcel having gone over to the left-hand flank, having been on the right-hand side for most of the game, and he's just run out of road. And he certainly doesn't look the happiest as Baggy. He's got a big team talk coming. Dooney with the header. And then again. Gelson Dala. Milad looking long. Ayman Hussein, no foul. Dooney again, he needs some port. And he gets it from Milad. Fatty. And it took Wakrah a long time to do something positive in the Al-Taawoun half, but now they're ending this period almost camped in it, and they've won a free kick as well. Well, it's gone against them, and for a moment I thought that had gone their way. Instead it's Mazzari adjudged to be fouled. Just caught there, as you can see, by Musa. No stranger to booking himself, Mazzari. This end, on this occasion on the receiving end. There'll be 7 minutes of additional time at the end of this half. So giving Wakrah plenty of additional time to try and get back in it. Mazzari. Fajr just ahead of him. Dooney will pick this up, the Tunisian. Into Gelson Dala. Assal. On this occasion, Milad just a little slow to come and support him. Done well there, Assal, and then he's won the corner as well. Just dispossessed Musa Barrow. Good hunger, good determination from the 23-year-old. A little bit of luck as well. And got his reward. Bulaya, in it goes and headed over. Ahmadi it was who met it, and Ahmadi it was who couldn't keep it down. Another good ball in from Farid Bulaya. Just didn't get over it enough, did he? 32-year-old has scored so far in the campaign, Al-Mahdi. And a 3-3 draw in the group stage against Tractor. And another who's a seemingly ever-present figure in the Wakrah lineup. He's almost a minute in the league since the start of December. Assal. Laidouni into Gelson Dala, and Dala cannot strike because Maelson with the block. It just opened up for the Angolan. He got his shot away, just wasn't wide enough in the end of the Al-Taawoun goalkeeper. Nicely picked out by Laidouni. A little bit of a bobble and miscontrol made it fall very, very kindly for him. There you go, look at that. It's slightly snatched at by Gelson Dala. He got his shot away. Ayman Hussein's effort superbly blocked by Girotto. They won't want the half to end if they don't manage to get on the score sheet before the end of it. Wakrah, because they have absolutely grown into this first half. Boulaya again. Girotto with the header. Not fully cleared. The Saudi pressing eventually forcing Wakrah to go all the way back to Saud. Ayman Hussein again, just showing his power and presence in the air. Well, that's surely a foul from Al-Mahdi on Martinez. Just pulling the Colombian from behind. Arguing his case, of course. Both arms wrapped around Martinez, who used his body well initially. On the foul, and leaves a bit of pressure on Al-Taawoun. Struggling to hold on to the ball at times, the Saudis, which is a real contrast to the first half of this opening period. Girotto, wayward, Fatty tries to find Ayman. Mazzari. Rivas. Slightly overplayed at the back, Al-Taawoun. And Wakrah into the middle it goes. And this time the clearance is far more simple, less convoluted, and more effective. So 90 seconds of the 7 minutes of additional time remain. Al-Mahdi. And again, the Palestinian. Laidouni. Bit of space, clipped into the middle. Girotto with a header away. And again, Ayman Hussein, the target man. Might be enough for Al-Taawoun to go into the break, a goal to the good. Good forward play from Martinez again. Really strong, the Colombian, and they're just finding him hard to get past. Dooney coming forward in what surely must be the last attack for Al-Wakrah in this half. Asal out to Milad, swinging again to the middle, really important touch away. Jelsandala going in for the diving header, back in it comes, into the middle and cleared away again. Girotto once more. Well, they've been knocking on the door, Al-Wakrah. They just could not force it open, despite their best efforts, but they've surely done enough to really incentivise their coach, Azbaghi, and to give him the belief that they can get something out of this game in what remains of this first leg on home soil in Qatar, of course. Ashraf El Madiwi from the penalty spot after 40 minutes is the difference between the sides after the new Colombia striker for the Saudis, Roger Martinez, was fouled in the area, which means that at the break in this opening leg of this round of 16 clash in the AFC Champions League 2, it is Al-Wakrah 0, Al-Taawoun 1. factor. So the players coming back out onto the pitch for the second half of this round of 16 clash between Wakrah and Al-Taawoun. Al-Taawoun, the Saudis, taking an early lead just before the quarter-hour mark. And they started the game in imperious fashion prior to the hosts slowly but firmly getting a foothold in the game. And they can consider themselves pretty unlucky not to have drawn level before the break. Some outstanding defensive play at the back from Al-Taawoun, and particularly from their Brazilian central defender Girotto, preventing the hosts from drawing level on more than one occasion. So we are back underway, and what will happen in the remaining 45 minutes, at the end of which, of course, it will be half-time in this tie, and the second leg taking place next week in Saudi Arabia, in Wolves Park, as Al-Taawoun's home stadium is nicknamed, really the King Abdullah Sports City Stadium, or the Buraida Stadium. As Rivas just caught late as Assal goes in on him. And the winners of this time meeting either Bahrain's Al Haldia or the Iranians Tractor in the quarterfinals, because that aspect of the draw has already been made. And when these two sides, Al Haldia and Tractor, met on Tuesday, well, the Iranians took the first leg by 2-1. And they will consider themselves in the box seat for making it through when they meet again next week. It's all beginning to happen in this competition. The quarterfinals next month, and the semi-finals in April, and just a one-legged final taking place in the month of May. Will either of these sides be there, is the question. At the moment, you would say Al-Taawoun with a greater pedigree, but there's a long way to go. And Saud looks long towards Ayman Hussein, who's made himself something of a nuisance and been a real handful for the Saudi backline. Schultz, the Dane. Nice switch of play again. Fatih, the Egyptian. A man who knows what it is to win continental glory. Fatih having won 3 Champions League titles with Al Ahly in Egypt. He's going to do very well to keep that alive. Mandash, and he's just about managed to do so. Saud again, oh, that looked painful. The referee's wave play on, we'll just have to keep an eye on that, but brave header, absolutely caught. And there's going to surely be a break in play, there's going to be a yellow card as well. So what is the Chinese official going to be doing here? Well, it's a brave header. A wave of that finger from René Rivas. And that's not the yellow card incident. It's this one. As you can see, really cracking into the back of Milad's head. It must have hurt. It came in from behind as well on him. Shake of the head from Rivas, who I think is just going to argue that he was going for the ball, and it was one of those incidents. Not so in the eyes of the Chinese official. And Welly may well give this some Welly as he looks to get Al-Taawoun deep into the Wakrah half, up towards Martinez. And he's so strong, isn't he, Martinez? They struggle to move him. On this occasion, he has been continental experience for Martinez. Played in the Asian Champions League, the Copa Libertadores in South America with Racing. He's played in the CONCACAF, or the Central American Champions League as well. And he's bringing all that experience and leading the line for Al-Taawoun today. Schultz into Leidouni. Good driving run from the central midfielder. And they're just a little bit wayward in the past, Mazzari. And he was caught in the follow-through. I think Musab just accidentally, inadvertently trod on his inner arm. Let's have a look. It's just there. Or was it a boot to the face? Either way. Let's have a look at this again. I think it's just a flailing boot when he lifts it up. It hits the head of Al-Taawoun defender. We're back underway in any case. Martinez again. Really good battle he's having with Schultz. And a bit of space for Mandash now. And he will stream forward. Barrow in the middle. Barrow plays it back to him. Well, he surely had a bit more time than he thought, the Gambian. Switch of play. Hussein. Madiwi. Tight space, and a touch from Mandash for once not good enough, and affording Wakrah the chance to pick it up and take it away. Just when it seemed the pass from Belaya, it was a straight, and the reason given because of that challenge from Fadja. Well, you can see the arms outstretched from the Moroccan as to say, what have I done wrong? Either way, the Algerian won the free kick. Schultz into Leidouni. It's going to take a little bit of time for Wakrah to get that rhythm back. Schultz forward, little flick through. Gelson Dala. He can glide when he wants to. We just haven't seen too much of it from him. Getting more numbers in and around the area. Now Wakrah out to the right-hand side again. Now it's only Ayman Hussein who's in there, and that's heavy, and that will be a throw-in. And a remonstration with himself from Milad. Fadja. Back into Rivas. Looking long for Martinez, who can't get away from Almadi. Dooney trying to play in Assal. Gelson Dala, good header from him, back to him as well. From Fatty into the middle it goes, and it's just too much on it again. Well, Gelson Dala hasn't had too many opportunities to get balls into the box. That was very presentable. And the 28-year-old just too much on the connection. Nice turn. Hussein looking to Martinez, who was instantly trying to release Mandash. Fatty. Patient from Wakrah as the fans try to lift the tempo inside the Khalifa International Stadium. Schultz, it's the deep-lying midfielder, Laidouni. Museb. Boulaya. Nice little drag back from him, and the delivery goes in and escaping, and all the way to the back post, and now Wakrah level. 10 minutes into the second half, and Ayoub Assal with his first goal of the Asian Champions League Two campaign. And they ended the first half so strongly, Wakrah, and early in the second, they have got their reward. It was a searching ball in from Farid Boulaya that the Saudi defence simply could not deal with. And it was freedom in the back of the 6-yard area for Assal, who did well to keep it down, came to him at an awkward height on the volley. And he had to leap high and get over it to keep it down. And as well to beat Milson, which is what he did. And look at the instant smile and delight in bringing his side level. And the complexion changes, and Mandash tries to change it again at the other end with a heavy touch from him. Well, they may not have done too much in the opening 10 minutes of this second period. And I don't think many could argue the fact that Wakrah do not deserve to be level. And it should set up a fascinating final half hour of this opening first leg. And what will it do for the confidence of Wakrah, who had been trailing for quite some time? Barrow. Hussein. Mandash with the back heel. And cut out by the Palestinian, Museb. The possession, as you can see in the top left of your screen, the home side's favour at half-time. It was precisely the opposite numbers, 53% for the visitors, 47 for Wakrah. Saoud, the Qatari international, organising his defenders. Vital that they can keep Al-Taawoun at bay. Just moments after scoring, really good header from Schultz. Striker goal, just cannoned off an Wakrah player. And Barrow will pick this up. Madiwi back out to Barras, tries a switch of play for him and goes all the way through as well. Fajr, Mazzari, Madiwi. Nice little ball through into Mazzari as well. And he's still going, Mazzari, and that's out of handball. Well, it's play on in any case. It's breaking. Mandash can't get too much on it. And that'll be worth seeing again, because it'll be really interesting to see what contact there was from the player on the floor. For Wakrah, absolutely no claims from any of the players. Little dink round the corner to Hussein, nicely played as well. And back to the Iraqi international, Fatty. A bit of space as well on the right-hand side. He looks so much more comfortable than Wakrah. He had never played in a knockout match in AFC competition prior to today. Would that explain that slightly hesitant start they made to the game? And here's the ball around the corner. Let's have a look at what happens here. Down on the floor, there, the hand instantly retracted by Museb. Not the clearest angle to see if there was any contact on it. Didn't look like it from that one. Very alert to the danger, the Palestinian left back. Boulaya. Really good all day with his deliveries, and he's managed to find a teammate as well, but no real power on the effort of goal. Fatty, not so happy with the amount of power he managed to generate on that, or lack of, from the 30-year-old. Finely balanced as we go into the final half hour. Mandash. A little touch inside to Martinez, wriggling through the Colombian. Oh, what a goal that is from Roger Martinez. He's been with the club only a month, and what a way to endear yourself to the supporters. There was little on when the 30-year-old picked it up, but he managed to wriggle free, and then the strike was unerring. And across Saoud in the Wakrah goal, and Al-Taawoun are back in front, and it's taken them just 5 or 6 minutes to restore their lead. And Roger Martinez showing exactly what he is bringing to the party. Mandash just played it into him, and then he had to do it all himself. Look at that. Man past one, then another. Lovely footwork, and a really good strike as well. And Saoud was clutching at air. Really well struck by the Colombian striker. And he has his first goal for Al-Taawoun. And what a way, and what a time to score it as well. Well, all the good work done by Wakrah needs to be done again. He looks as though he's going to be a real handful. Martinez in the Saudi League. Will be really interesting to see how he gets on. Obviously some hugely famous names in the league. Al-Taawoun, not one of the big hitting traditionally speaking clubs in Saudi Arabia. Going to punch above their weight. And see a striker who can help them continue to do that. Nicely played by Ayman. Boulaya. A little push, no foul. Play on, and Martinez just plays it short to Barrow. Boulaya again. Oh, a lovely skill from Asada, our Wakrah goal scorer. Clipped and wins the free kick, and Girotto goes into the book, joining Rivas from the Al-Taawoun defence. Just simply deceived by the trickery by Ubasal. Instant opportunity for the Qataris to get their way back into this game. Boulaya, who else will be standing over the ball? He actually only played his first league game of the season last week, Boulaya, because he was ineligible for the first half of the season until this new year. He played all 90 in the defeat to Al-Taawoun, and he's showing exactly the qualities that he can bring. former Algeria international. With his quality from set pieces, can he make it count on this occasion? Headed away. Al-Taawoun. And have another opportunity, Belaya. Nicely played around the corner between him and Schultz, and Wakrah have the throw. Schultz again, when he swung it in. Belaya on this occasion cut out. Giroto, who's been a key man at the back for Al-Taawoun today. Well, Saad Al-Nasser, the midfielder, will be coming on. I'd say he's a midfielder. He's often been playing at left back at times this season, but with Fadja going off, it would seem to be a straight swap in the middle of the park. As the 24-year-old Saad comes on. Little surprised that Fadja, at 36 years of age, should be the player going off. Instant first touch for the 24-year-old Saad. Barrow. Mazari. Mandash. And now showing good strength. And do need good composure. And Schultz making the right decision just to get that away before overplaying it in their own area. Belaya. Over Sandala. Nelson high into the Qatari sky. And it's scrappy. Assal. And he wanted the free kick, not enough in it in the eyes of Fumi. Martinez again leading the line well, just holding it up, keeping his side in possession, which they duly give away. Well, he's diagonal, just too far in front of Mazari. Belaya, this time on his left foot, putting that cross in. Assal. Up goes Ivan, and Ivan can't get the contact. He just can't generate the power. Not too much pace on the cross, meaning he had to do the hard yards himself. Rose well, with an incredibly comfortable save for Milson. Once again, putting his arms around the neck of Martinez. Not the wider side here from a man who's very experienced, the Qatari. Key man in their Asian Cup triumph last year, Al-Mahdi. Half a century of caps or so. And here he is, the 32-year-old. He knows what it is to win the AFC Champions League as well, having done so with Al-Saad in 2011, long forward to Ayman. Cannot find Gelson Dala. He's just on the periphery of the game, still the Angolan. Ayman. Assal, first touch just allowed Saad to get a touch, but it's spread out wide, and they're in the middle, and it's straight out Mileson. Needed just to cut it back a little bit more. Easy to say from where I'm watching. Martinez, good tackle from Schultz. Maiduni into Assal. Nice flowing move this, Boulaya. Gelson Dala and Ayman, the men in the middle. In it goes to Gelson Dala, who brings Al-Wakrah level. Well, it was a lovely flowing move from the Qatari side, and he was expertly picked out by Boulaya. And Dala, who's been in and out of this game, made absolutely no mistake. His third goal of this Champions League 2 campaign. And he made it look incredibly easy. And for the second time in the game, Wakrah, the Qataris, have brought themselves level. Al-Taawoun have let a lead slip. Can they now go on, the hosts, and get even more? Really good play from Boulaya, and a really cool, composed finish from the 28-year-old Angolan. Well, we said the second Al-Taawoun goal was going to make it interesting. It continues to build and build this game. It's anyone's guess now. You could argue, of course, the momentum was with the home side, but we saw what happened last time. They brought it level. They were behind again within 6 minutes. And those fans of their team, known as the Blue Wave, will be very much hoping that they can keep it a whole lot less leaky at the back this time around. Well, Ahmed Saleh Bahussein, you can see the ice pack on his right knee. And the second player this game to seemingly be taken off on the medic's buggy. After Aoun Al-Salouli, also of Al-Taawoun, left in the first half, as we see Gelson Dala, really nice finish, opened his foot, knew exactly what he wanted to do. Pouncing at the right time. Gelson Dala, I remember watching him in the Africa Cup of Nations this time a year ago, and he was full of running, full of goals, and full of dribbling. Scored 4 goals in that tournament. We haven't seen so much of that today, but we have seen a very smart finish. Mazzari with the header. Maiduni will pick it up. Schultz out to Amadi. Fati carefully forward. Assal. Bulaya needs some help. And gets it in the shape of Ayman Hussein. And it goes again, and into the middle again, and Marson had to get a hand on it, did so. He's gone down with an apparent injury, and the referee sees fit to pause the game as a result. But Bulaya is causing real problems down this left-hand side. Constant teasing balls into the middle, just asking questions of the Al-Taawoun defence. Got a good hand on it. There didn't seem to be any contact at all, as I think that image shows from Gelson Dala, but nonetheless, Milson down. Now, we do know that he had been out for nearly a month with a muscle injury before returning for today's game, the 28-year-old. Is this linked to that? Or is this just a strain after having not played for a while? Changes coming for the visitors. Abdel Hamid, Sabiri coming on, so too Abdel Fattah. So changes are plenty from Mohamed Al-Abdali. So Bah Hussein is off, which is a little surprise given that sight there, the ice pack on him. Sabiri is on. So to Fattah, who will be coming on for Moussa Barrow. And Mandash, the other player, to depart the field. He may well be thinking about that glorious opportunity he had late in the first half, Barrow. And the ball just came all the way through to him. Goal at his mercy. Gambian blazing over. So a triple substitution for Al-Taawoun, who have led twice in this game, only to be pegged back on each occasion, in case you're joining us late. Look at the shots in total. Wakrah with nearly double the amount of Al-Taawoun. Well, it was very, very different, statistically speaking, for the first 20-25 minutes of this game. Mazzari. Martinez. Sad. And now Madiwi will just invite Welly forward. Mohamed Al-Wakeby, who's also just come on. That's a nice teasing delivery from him, and Abdel Fattah unable to get on the end of that. Nice bend, nice shape. But the number 9 had just gone a little bit too early, his momentum taking him too far forward. Al-Taawoun have a league game on Saturday against Al-Khalij, which may possibly explain taking off 3 of their key men. Well, Bah Hussein obviously injured, whereas Mandash and Barrow very much central to their attacking plans. Ayman just pulled over from behind. Strength of the Iraqi. Drawing in the foul from Welly. As you can see clearly, arms are wrapped around the Iraqi international by Welly, who's been booked in the last 3 league games he's played. 2 yellows sandwiching a red, so he's not afraid to put himself about. In fact, he's got 6 yellows and 1 red in what is now 20 games this season. He's the Al-Taawoun central defender. Belaya with the delivery, headed away. Not fully cleared, striker goal, no power on it. Al-Taawoun will just play this back as Wakrah looked to seal what would be a sensational come from behind victory, were they to do it. Milad, who was putting in some lovely deliveries from the right-hand side in the first half, swapped at the break by his coach to play on the left-hand side, and therefore that weapon removed from Wakrah. Tend to play in a tie that is finely balanced. Frustration coming out from Ayman Hussein, no one alongside him to feed off the flick. Gelson Dala, lovely little dink forward into Ayoub Assal, looking for a second of the game. Well, it was a lovely idea. He just couldn't get the touch he needed to take it away from the goalkeeper and then possibly leave him with an empty net to tap into. Really good run from Assal, who got Wakrah's first on the night. Madiwi forward into Martinez. Schultz was another packed full of experience, joined Wakrah in July from Urara Red Diamonds, with whom he won the 2022 Asian Champions League. Played every minute of each leg of the final against the Saudi club Al Hilal. And that's through the middle, and that's into Assal when he just ran into Girotto. Pace just dropping a little for these final few minutes and whatever is added on. The Chinese referee at the end of the game. Swung in again, Schultz again with the header. There's surely enough time left for one of these two sides to win this and take a narrow advantage to Saudi Arabia next week. And that's bringing and inviting problems. Ayman Hussein complaining, feeling he should have had a free kick. The referee unmoved. Al-Taawoun, nice with a little bit of skill from him to go past one, then he just powers past the second. Gelson Dala, Ayman Hussein moving in. I think he was looking for him before it just cannoned off the Al-Taawoun defender, and the move broke down. Schultz trying to ensure that doesn't happen. Belaya, Assal now on the left, having been on the right and just too deep. Ayman Hussein, the obvious Man to aim at in the middle. And missed the ball through just a moment ago, and that was it, just inches away from the touch that he needed to set himself up for the strike. And after Milson went down at one end, it's now Al-Taawoun at the other. (33 years of age now, Al-Taawoun Al-Qatar. He's got 6 international appearances for Qatar, Al-Taawoun, but his first 5 came in 2013 and 2014. Then he had to wait a whole 10 years before his second last year. It does look as though he's got the weight of the world on his mind, Poya Asbaghi. They're not dancing as much as they were in the first half, the Al-Taawoun fans. Taawoun back up, and soon we'll be back underway. Mazzari, Martinez, Schultz, Gelsandala. Nicely played from Boulaya. Fati, Assal, Al-Madioui with an important intervention. They ended the first half very strongly, the hosts. Can they do so again? What have they got left in the tank? Nice touch from Assal, under pressure from Rivas. And Rivas does really well to stop him going past, but Fati comes forward. And then cut out, this time by Saad. A little bit of space here, into the middle it goes, and an opportunity for Boulaya, which he simply cannot take. Oh, what was he doing? He's got his head in his hands, he doesn't know where to look, because that was going to trouble the corner flag and not the goal. And it was a staggeringly presentable opportunity for Farid Boulaya on a plate. He must have taken his eye off the ball somewhere along the line, because that was horrible to watch from a Wakrah point of view. A shinner from Farid Boulaya with the goal at his mercy and an opportunity to give his side a famous win. Well, you're not going to get too many better chances than that. Here he is again, Boulaya. Mazzari just clipped and caught by Milad. Some late changes for Asbaghi. Suhaib, Ganan coming on. So too Mohamed Khaled. Gerdan, the Libyan, just joined the club last month on loan from Al Shamal. He's scored as well in one of the 4 league games he's played since. As for Mohamed Khaled, well, just 22 years of age, the striker, and he's making his AFC Champions League Two bow for these final few minutes. We are in the 90th. We await to see the 4th officials board. Going to be 8 minutes of additional time here. Plenty of time for one of these sides to find a potentially decisive goal. Although it does look as though the endeavours of this game have taken a toll on the legs of both sets of players. Can the substitutes bring some fresh legs? Can Gelson Dala fashion something special for Wakrah here? Oh, he was looking for the 1-2. And importantly, cut out of the bag. Nassau. Martinez fouled again. And since his goal, the Saudis have put very little together in the final third. And instead, it's been the hosts who have really done much of the pressing, making light of their poor league form. Picked up nicely by Al-Taawoun. Still he goes, the substitute. Really tight spaces, and Nazari just couldn't wriggle his way out of one. Fatih. Assal. Maidudi. Fatih again. A nice switch of play from Maidudi to open up it up on this near side to the substitute Khaled. Maidudi looking it back into Khaled. Khaled can win it here. Well, he can't, and that's just gone agonisingly past the post as Wakrah look to win this in stoppage time. Assal, you can see the hunger on this young man, desperate to deliver. And he certainly thinks it's a corner. He's not getting his way. But the substitute, Mohamed Khaled, was just in. Look at this. Slide rule pass from Maidudi to find him. And he unselfishly looked to play it across. He could have gone for goal. And clearly coming off the boot of an Al-Taawoun player, which is very much the point Assal was making, but not spotted by the refereeing crew. Another chance for another Wakrah break. Maidudi into Gelson Dala. We know he can gain ground, and he just sets Ghana, the Libyan, forward. Gelson Dala just opening it up. Delivery up to the back stick they go. No Ayman Hussein, of course, now. And so not such an obvious focal point for them to target. Just a little nudge in the back from Khaled. Nice jinking run. And Scholzen, oh, look at that. Excellent strike. Almost deceived Al-Taawoun. You can see exactly what he was trying to do. Get the bend, get the curl, and just whip it under the crossbar. Always drifting away from the goalkeeper. Really nice idea, this. And it wasn't a million miles away as well. Al-Taawoun just rooted to the spot and just watching and hoping that the ball would do exactly what it did, and now it is just sail harmlessly over the bar. Al-Mahdi. Happy just to play it anywhere. Puff of the cheeks from Milad, and you can understand why. He's given it his all today, that new man in the side. Well, it'll be fascinating to get the thoughts of Poya Asbaghi after this game. You may well see it as 2 points dropped, but having been behind twice, you won't just be content with a point unless something happens in the final 70 seconds or so. Musab just forced all the way back to his goalkeeper, which was surely not the aim. Into the final minute we go. Ganan with the header, but sailing out of touch. Girotto only as far as Ganan. Is this the moment? Well, it isn't, because Milson uses all of his frame. 6'6", the Brazilian goalkeeper, and he just plucked that out of the sky. Martinez just eating up the ground, taking the ball into the opposition territory, and possibly just seeing this out and knowing exactly what he had to do game management wise, because the final whistle has been blown on what was a really entertaining, absorbing and intriguing game between two sides with little experience of contesting a knockout match in Asian interclub football. Al-Wakrah playing their first ever knockout game in AFC competition. Al-Taawoun only their second. It was the Saudis who led early on through their skipper Ashraf Al-Mahdi, converting from the penalty spot after Roger Martinez was adjudged to have been clipped inside the area. It was 1-0 at the break, and then 10 minutes into the second half, Ayub Asal brought the Qataris Al-Wakrah level, guiding home a volley at the back stick. And some reward for their really strong finish to the first half for the Qatari side. And then Martinez, who had won the penalty for the opener, scored a really good goal. His first for the club, Al-Taawoun, just after the hour. And it was up to Al-Wakrah to reply again on. On this occasion, they managed to do so. Gelson Dala converting at the end of a really nice Al-Wakrah move, meaning that it's ended. Al-Wakrah 2, Al-Taawoun 2.